Good morning. Welcome to my house here in Albuquerque. For the people that do not know me, my name is Paulette Atencio, and I'm going to be teaching you some cooking and baking from northern New Mexico. You know, through the years, I have learned that cooking and baking is an art, and I want to show you cooking and baking that I'm going to show you two methods. The way it was done in the olden days when they didn't have a lot of the modern equipment. And also I'm going to be showing you in an easier method of cooking and baking. I hope that you will be kind enough to share this video with all your friends and family. And I hope that all of you will enjoy it and that it will also be educational. So without further ado, I'm going to start. And this is just, like I say, the very basic bread. And we're going to turn the dough just into different types of dinner rolls. And we're going to start by putting 3 cups of regular flour, okay? Hopefully you have a mixer. Mine is so old, I think that it's already like 17 years old. This is a KitchenAid, and it's still going strong. And but if you don't have one, do not despair. You just do it by hand. I'm going to start off with 2 cups of flour. But this recipe that I'm showing you, it calls for 3 to 4 cups of flour. And I always start off with 3 cups. And with the 4th one, you can gradually add it. So here goes our 2 cups of flour. We're going to be adding 1/3 cup of sugar. And so here it goes. Here goes our 1 teaspoon of salt. In it goes. Okay? And we are just going to leave this right here all by itself. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get some hot water. You do not want it boiling. You don't want to kill your yeast. You just want it at room temperature. Usually the recipes, it states to do it like 110 degrees. But if you don't have a thermometer, that's fine. So long as you can hold, you can fill the water without burning. You can tell when it's nice and warm. Not boiling, not overly hot, just hot. You just want to help the yeast move along. Okay? And so here we have our cup of water. And with this water, I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon of yeast. I'm going to add it right into the measuring cup. When it tells you like 1 tablespoon, remember that 1 tablespoon is going to be like 2 packets of yeast. Okay? Because a lot of times, sometimes you're going to say, well, my bread came out really, really heavy. Others are going to say, well, it didn't even rise. You just have to check. There's a chance that maybe you added just too much flour, or maybe your yeast was outdated, or maybe you didn't add enough yeast. It could be a few things here and there, but please do not despair. We're going to have our yeast in there. We're going to add the sugar to it, okay? Just a little bit. That's just to feed the yeast, to help it start to ferment. Okay? Just gonna just let it sit a little bit. We're now gonna get our butter. And so in goes the butter. Just gonna put it in there in the cup. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a whole egg. Here we go. So we are ready to start, my friends. We're going to get the hook right on the mixer, and we are going to start mixing what is in here already. We're just going to mix a little. Okay? Right in here, remember, we have 3 cups of flour, we have 1/3 cup of sugar, and we have 1 teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to mix it, and we're going to stop it. From here, we're going to be adding our 1 cup of water, 2 packages of our yeast, and then our slightly melted butter. So in it goes. So we're going to start our mixture. We're going to start on low. We're going to add our whole egg. And we're just going to let it mix for a while. And my mother, she didn't have a mixer, so everything she did was by hand. And in future videos, I'm going to show you the old-fashioned way, how they used to do it. And so we're just going to go. And we're going to start to mix and mix and mix. Always remember that Rome was not built overnight. It takes time, and then soon you're going to see your masterpiece. Well, a lot of times you're going to laugh. Oh, you won't believe it's not. All the years of cooking and baking, since I was really young. And then I had a bakery and a catering service up in Chama, where I lived for like 39 years. And so even I would make messes. There were times that I was just, there were days that I would say, oh no, Kelgan, take me away. There were times that I would get into fights with Betty Crocker. There were times that I had the dough and everything all over the ceiling because I would forget and I would start it really high. And then I would just have to stop everything and then just go outside to rest for a while, and then come back, and then clean up my mess. So don't think that you are the only ones that have messed up things, okay? But it was fun. It really was. And we are almost there. I know that it takes a while, but you want to make sure that your dough is prepared in the best way that you possibly can. Okay? So here we go, my friends. There we go. Let me pull my machine back and let me clear. See? It's lightly, I want you to see it. It is slightly sticky, but it is always better. You know, a lot of times as bakers, we get impatient and we always think that more is better, but that's not always the case for the most part, it is not. Like, check this dough. See, it doesn't fall apart. It's still stringy, but there is room for a little bit more flour, but you don't have to do it right now, okay? What we're going to do is we are going to sprinkle some flour. I'm going to use a little bit of flour, and this is just going to be just to work my dough a little bit. And I didn't make, if you remember, I don't know if you noticed, I didn't make a lot of dough. I tried to use the smallest or break down the recipe to where you're going to make just maybe 12, 13, I don't know, rolls. But the reason I did this is because I don't want for you to be doing rolls all day and all night. But what happens is that, let's say you're going to have company or whatever, this is such a very forgiving dough, and it is so soft. And let's say that something happens and you have to go pick up the children at school or your grandchildren. And you say, oh no, but my bread is not done. Do not despair. You know what you can do? You can let it rise if you know you're going to be back like within an hour. I have taken the dough out of the mixing bowl, but I just want to show you. Just look at the dough. It is so beautiful. It is soft. It feels almost like a baby's bottom. It is just so soft, and that means that you're going to have a wonderful bread or rolls or whatever. What I'm going to do is I have this bowl, and I already greased it, and I'm going to take just a little bit of butter. I always have a little bit of extra butter, and I'm just going to rub my hands with it. Just butter the top of the dough, and this is so that it won't get crusty. You don't want it to dry out. You're going to drop it into your pan. There it is, how beautiful. From here, I am going to get my towel. And I have towels that are just for the bread. I never use them for anything else. But I'm going to use this plastic, just like that. Put it very tight. Just like that, my friends. I wish that you lived close by. That way you could come and you could visit me here in my kitchen, and we could make bread and all kinds of things together. Welcome back, my friends. Our bread has had time to rest, and it has risen. Now I'm just going to uncover. Let me remove my towel. We're going to use that a little bit later on. I have some flour over here, just extra flour that we're going to be using. When you take out your dough, do not punch it down. Don't start punching it down all over, because it's like you're going to need to almost repeat the process, and you don't want that. You just want to very gently just press it down. Just let it relax just for a moment. But anyway, you're going to get the dough, and you're just going to squeeze it and make a little ball, and then you just turn it. Place it in your little pan. You're going to get another one, but this one is going to be smaller. Okay? It's going to be smaller than the other one. Right, and there it goes. A lot of times you can make 3 small ones if you want. Okay, let's make another one. Just get your dough, and you're just going to squeeze it. Look how I have it, and you're going to squeeze. Boom, there it goes. You give it a twist, and in it goes. Now we're going to take another piece of your dough, and you're just going to roll it, okay? Roll it like if you were going to make a pie crust or a tortilla. And this one, it doesn't have to be paper thin. It doesn't have to be really thick. And then from there, you're going to come, and you are just going to get your knife, and you're going to cut all the way in the center, and then all the way on the other side. You're going to take your dough. It's going to look like this, and you're going to roll it. Let me put it here so you can see better. You're going to take it, and you're going to roll it. And you're going to roll and roll and roll and roll and roll, and then you're just going to place it in your pan. Let's take another one. It's like a triangle. And you're just going to roll and roll and roll and roll. A lot of times you might think, oh no, I made that one just too small. I don't like it. That's all right if you don't like it. You just come and you just make them a little bit bigger. They don't have to be small. You can make big rolls, small rolls. It's up to you. Doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. So long as you have a good dough, your bread is going to come out really, really delicious. Now, we're going to get this one, and I'm going to show you. This one is a snail. Okay? It's just going to be like a little ribbon, and you're just going to roll your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Look, you see? You just make it this way, and then you just come and you twist it around, and you pinch it. Pinch the sides, and that is your snail. Welcome back. I believe that the dough is ready to go into the oven. And I have set the temperature to 375. And I'm going to say that maybe it's going to take I'm going to say about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to set the timer just to make sure. And I'm going to check it like in 8 minutes. I'm going to check the rolls. Welcome back, my friends. So our bread was in the oven, and it has come out already, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is butter them on the top. I have a little bit. I always have extra butter, and I'm just going to brush it on. How pretty they look. And you can make them as large as you want, or you can make them petite. You can make them however you feel like it. And remember that I had some dough left over. Well, I made it into a little pan that kind of has designs, and I'm going to show you that as soon as I put it in the oven and then take it out, okay? And soon I'm going to break one. Just so you can see the texture. It is so soft, just look. It is delicious. Now we're going to taste. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, come on, let's add some butter to it. Come on. Let's forget about our diet just for a little bit. They're really, really good. And as you can see, this is the outcome of your dinner rolls. And I hope that you will enjoy it and be able to share with all your friends and with your family. And that way you can also subscribe. That is the only way that I can continue to stay on the air and to bring you more recipes. Thank you. Bye.